Welcome back to Repton Thru time, where we see him going through the Victorian era this time. Right, we can see him amongst the streets here, and we've got a bottle here, that's the time capsule. And these coins are the diamonds, these barrels are the boulders. You can see his house around there, that's a time bomb, we'll get to that eventually. Oh, and some gallows, which is the same as the America's scenario where they're the skull. And oh look, there's policemen over there. They're obviously the spirits. And oh no, what's this? Floating barrels. Oh, we know what that means. We'll get onto that later. So coming up here we can see a gas lamp, which is the key, which, yeah, you guessed it, we get the coin because the saves are invisible. Now we've got a bin. Inside that is the monster, because obviously the bin's the egg, but we can't see the monster at the moment, so we'll leave that until later as well. This is quite a nasty little puzzle. If you don't get it right, you're trapped in there. And now up here we see what the fungus is. It's these factories. Obviously some kind of social commentary on the spread of factories and all that kind of stuff. So in here we rush past the coppers and we get to where their cages are, and they're not TARDISes. I mean, they look like TARDISes because TARDISes look like police boxes. And yes, that's the monster. It's a big day-glow green dancing rat. Yes. So you can see Repton's looting quite a few houses here. And oh, down here we've got the crown jewels, which is the crown, surprisingly enough. Now we see Repton walking through the market, causing havoc here as well, of course. What else would he do? Another little trap there where you could get stuck in here, and yes, you don't want to collect those bottles at all. They mean certain death. Just grabbing the final few coins for this level, then we can pop back home and put our feet up. Okay, this level's fairly linear, and we're just making a path down here for the bin to fall down so that we can drop it off and deal with it swiftly. So we just wait for the rat to appear, big mutant rat, and then we lead the Bobby to his call box here. We've got some factories here, but there's no big problem with them. To run away from this copper before he goes into there, and then yes, there's a barrel perched on top of a safe there, so we've got to remove the coin to the side so it doesn't fall off the wrong way. And there's loads of safes here, which is why the copper isn't coming after us, and we've got two bins here, and unfortunately on these levels you can't drop the egg on the spawning monster to kill it, so we just have to do it a different way. So that copper's gone into here, and so we can come through here now. And we have to do a bit of a detour before we can actually get a way to kill that rat. So now here into this other transporter, which leads us here. And the other transporter you saw on the level isn't very useful. It actually leads us onto the position of the factory down in this area. Obviously nothing we want to happen. There we go, Repton finds his house now amongst the market stalls and wonders how it moved. So we start here with a bin on our heads, and we've got to kind of lure the rat around here so we can get ahead of it down here and then drop this barrel on its head. And to make a shorter route for the coppers, we push that across there and then let them out. And obviously one of the police call boxes where it's going to go in up here. The other one's just down there. So now we can get through here. And we want to make sure this barrel's pushed over there, because if it drops down it causes us a big problem. Another fairly linear level here. So we've got to wait here until one of the policemen comes by, then run into this area because another one's going to be coming up hot on our tail. Link up a call box down there which policeman obligingly walks into. Thanks very much, officer. We jump in here quickly before the other copper comes up behind us. Now we can deal with these rats. This infestation problem that we have. And then we go into the market where there's quite a lot of coins hiding around, and of course we get to this in and out maneuver once again, all just to get our gas lamp so we're not walking around blindly. So we can pop underneath and we see we kind of might be sealed off if we're not careful enough. And yes, we want to collect things properly here so that things don't fall down here and block us off too. So now we've made a couple of call boxes available, so we're going to let the coppers out and have a little run around. And you can go in the top there, but then you have to race all the way around and have them follow you. But here we only have to race a little distance, and then they go off and do their duty. Off patrolling the streets, keeping the streets free of criminal scum. And Repton isn't acting very criminally around here. I mean, he's only killing rats, so that's not much of a problem. Okay, there we go. See you in the next episode.